What's up?
Nothing. What's up with you?
What's happening, guys? Hold on a second here. Cheryl, I want you to know that I was waiting for this one to take her sweet time to come and sit down at the very last second.
I'm
sorry. Yes, you're right. This is a different time than we go on live every week.
My bladder didn't know what time it was.
Your brain did.
Sorry. Opening my Diet
So
Coke.
rude. What's happening, guys? It's Sunday. This is our weekly Sunday live haul show. We're here to hang out with you guys. Real quick. We're going to make a real quick short announcement, and then we're going to get to our regular show. But Victoria thinks she's cool, and so she wants to make the announcement.
I do.
Why don't you go ahead?
So for those of you that have been following our channel or our personal friends of ours that have known us for a while, you know that we have been battling a certain person in the reseller community, both in person in life and in the last year and a half or so in the legal system.
Year and a half plus.
So we just wanted to let you know that is done. It's over. The Supreme Court has declared us the winners.
That's basically what they said. It was just
You're winners. You two, winners.
Yeah.
No, basically they just reaffirmed the fact that we won back in December of 2019.
October of 2019.
Oh yeah, October.
You want some dates?
So they reaffirmed the decision that we won at the Supreme Court level.
So one could say that we won again.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So summer of 2019, we were sued. We fought back because we weren't going to take it lying down. We won in October of 2019. He felt he didn't want to quit, so he appealed. That took until December of this last year in the 2020. That went in front of the Nevada Supreme Court, and they just came out with their decision and their opinion last Thursday. And so we did indeed win again. So we're not going to talk about it today. We might talk about it at some point in the future, but we just wanted to give that little quick update. And for anybody that wants to know what the heck we're talking about, I do have down in the description of this video, I have the original video that I had made in 2018 that apparently hurt some feelings. And I have the video of us announcing the original win in 2019. And then I also have the link to the court documents so that you can see them all for yourself and know what the heck we're talking about. And you can also read the opinion that came out last week from the Nevada Supreme Court. So,
and as Dana House of Rock says, even the Supreme Court says, #don't be a dick.
Basically, that
was basically their decision.
I will say one last little thing, though. I will say that we didn't even think about it before, but now that this has happened, this is basically going to be a case that's going to be cited for years to come in other slap suits and anti-slap litigation cases in the future. So it's kind of going to be going down in the books. So I think that's pretty cool.
So yeah, we won and we helped shape the law for generations to come.
I think this is a big win for the thrifting community as a whole. And also any of the little guys out there who find themselves victims of slap suits meant to basically quiet them and make them give up their First Amendment rights of free speech. So we won pretty good. For the little guys.
So Naomi, you would not have probably remembered us talking about it because we have literally discussed it twice on this show ever in the almost 2 years that the lawsuit portion has been going on, but also in the entire 3.5 years of our relationship plus that this has been going on. We have discussed it publicly 3 times.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say that we're really not that good at exploiting this to get the views. I'm just saying we're kind of terrible at it. Anyway, all right, that's all. We're not going to discuss it anymore today. Maybe at a future show we will talk about it some more. But we just wanted to put that out there. And again, you can look at the links down below if you want to get more up to speed with everything. The court documents are actually pretty fun to read, all the briefings and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a whole slew of evidence in there. And yeah, it's interesting.
All right, so let's get to it. But first, big thrift. Our friend Allison, who, by the way, is going to be here in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, soon.
End of May into the beginning of June. Not soon enough. So we get to see Allison, which we're pretty excited about. She just gave us a $5 super chat for Dutch Brothers all around, or most likely one to share. I would like to point out something major happened today, you guys. something really, really big. So if you know us at all, you know that Vikki is all about her Dunkin' Donuts. Okay.
Listen, East Coast girl here. Dunkin' Donuts is the bomb. I'm sorry.
And I have been a fan of Dutch Brothers for years, coming from Oregon. When I moved to Vegas, there was only one location here. Now there's like a bazillion. And she would go and she thought it was okay and blah, blah, blah. What did you say today?
I have officially become a Dutch Brothers convert because I have found a couple of drinks that I like even better than Dunkin' Donuts.
So you guys, now I don't have to feel bad when I'm like, let's go to Dutch Brothers. And in fact, she usually suggests it more than I do. So it makes me feel very special. So we're not going to share that out. So we're going to fight over it. Anyway, so our show, we break it up into 3 parts. The first part, we look at our numbers for the last week. We look at our gross numbers. We break down, most of the cost of goods, fees, shipping, whatnot. There may have been all kinds of groundbreaking things happening this week. There may have been a minor Christmas miracle.
My goodness, you beat me this week? I
may have beat Vikki in sales this week.
Holy crap.
By a very small amount, and only probably because her sales were slower than they normally are for her. And mine really picked up in the last few days, just the last few days. It's weird because eBay's been really terrible. But this weekend, I actually have like over 30 things to ship tomorrow, which, for me, that's a lot, right? So anyway, so that's the first part of our show. Middle part of our show, we look at the sales highlights, some of the cool things that we've sold over this last week. And then the last part of our show, we do our haul, which I think is kind of funny because we actually had to go out and shop today because I haven't been able to get to yesterday's fits. And Jesse has like a couple of guys coming tomorrow. They're going to buy a bunch of bulk. So he's like, if you want to go through this stuff first, because I always get first dibs, you better come on down here. And so I went, dropped her off at Savers. So she had stuff to show today. So we're talking like hot off the presses. And she might actually pay attention because she hasn't seen the stuff that I got that I'm going to show you guys.
That's true.
It's like fresh eyes, guys.
Fresh eyeballs.
Fresh eyeballs. She just might not be looking at her phone while I'm trying to share my stuff with you.
So Naomi said, it looks like our sales have doubled. I think depending on how long it's been since you've watched our show, that is quite possible. But it's actually our numbers have been a little slow for the past couple of months, that post-Christmas letdown, so the past couple of months, we are not normal. We are not where we normally are. Yeah. At least I'm not. So, and I don't think Katy is either. So,
and everything's relative though, because of you look at our numbers, we always are trying to be transparent about our numbers. And we talked before, like there's a difference between a couple of years ago when I was only selling on eBay, like what I considered a slow month or a slow week. It used to be that you hit December, and if I could in December, fourth quarter, finally get to almost 10,000, gross in the month, that was good. And now what I realize is when I really look at my numbers, I'm feeling like it's kind of slow, and I'm still at like about 10,000.
Yeah,
gross for the last month, which are better than that. Even.
If I'm under $14,000 gross for the month, that's a slow month for me now.
Yeah.
So,
but again, like a lot of our costs have gone up. I'm spending a lot. I'm probably spending twice as much on inventory than I used to spend. So again, all relative as far as like what we're putting money into and stuff like that. So you got to keep all that stuff in mind.
So yes, Susie, on Wednesday, we are going to do our Boss Up and List show on Wednesday. And we are going to talk about eBay seller updates. And we're also going to talk about photo room and show.
Yeah, we'll show that a little bit. We won't go, we'll show it. There are some other videos out there that where people have gone like really into depth. But we'll definitely show you how to do that and give people a heads up because it's just a really cool tool. It's a cool tool, man. It's a cool tool. But yes, we will be doing that, Susie. Biatch. All right. So do you want to go ahead and look at our numbers?
Sure.
What do you think? What do you say?
Sure.
Let me go ahead and share the screen right now.
My inventory, Naomi, has stayed about the same. I've always been around 3,000 to 3,300 items. I don't have that much more inventory. It's just my average sale price has gone up. I'm on several other platforms.
I feel like your inventory you've probably grown by about 500.
Yeah, about 500
in the last
items.
Couple of years.
Sure.
So you have grown some, and also probably your average sale price has gone up too.
It has, yeah.
So, all right, let's go ahead and look at numbers. And because Vikki's the loser this week, she gets to share her numbers first.
Wow, I'm a loser.
I didn't say a loser. I said the loser.
I don't know. I feel like a winner this week. I don't know about you. But yeah, I Katy beats me about 5 times a year, and I am going
If
to
I'm lucky.
let her have that.
If I'm and when I do, I usually just squeak by. So it's not even like, and the reality is I'm pretty sure her net sales are still higher than mine. So go ahead.
So I had only 36 orders on eBay, 5 on Etsy, 13 on Poshmark, 4, 1 was Mercari, 3 Facebook Marketplace, for a total of 58 orders for the week. That's about my normal 50 to 60 number, 50 to 60 orders a week. And believe me, I understand there are many people that sell 50 a day. But again, I like to work smarter, not harder. And I like to make more money and ship out fewer packages.
Yeah. So, to be fair, though, that just not to over apologize or whatever anybody, I will say, if you've got people working for you and they're doing all your shipping, I mean, that's pretty smart too. So go ahead.
So $23.62 on eBay, which is meh. Anything at less than 3,000 a week on eBay is meh for me.
See, and that would be an amazing number for me for eBay.
So Etsy, $297.94, also meh. I'm usually at least $500 to $600 a week on Etsy. Poshmark, that's about average. $461 on Poshmark. Mercari, 1 order for $37. And Facebook Marketplace, 3 orders for $155. My total for the week, $33.13 and 59 cents. Not bad. Anything over 3,000, I consider a decent week.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I always like to have more. Who doesn't? But anything over 3,000 is okay. So shipping costs $275. eBay fees $282.50, Etsy $25.32, Poshmark $92.20, Mercari fees, and I think that's Facebook Marketplace as well, $601 for a total of $681.04. My cost of goods relatively low this week, $213. Again, I'm still going through a lot of that hoard house that is selling, and everything there I'm pricing at about $1 a piece was my cost of goods, so it's looking pretty good. So my net is okay at $24.19.55. And my gross average sale price is a little low for me this week. It's $57. It's been in the $60 to $65 range. But again, because sales are slower, I'm accepting lower offers and sending out more aggressive offers. So my net average sale price is $41.72. Not too shabby.
All right, let's look at mine. So yeah, you definitely net more than I did. But hold on, let's go back and look at that. 3,313, and I'm 3,386. It's really close, guys, but I'm going to take my wins where I can get them.
You're going to take that $70.
I'm going to take them where I can. Okay, so I had 26 eBay orders, 12 Etsy orders, nothing Instagram, 8 Grailed and Mercari. 7 of those are Grailed. Grailed was really good. Grailed's been busier for me lately, which has been nice. So 46 total outgoing orders. Now, a lot of this is from the weekend. Like I literally beginning of the day yesterday, had like 2 items to ship for eBay, and now I'm up to like 16 or 17. So it's pretty crazy. eBay, I don't know what happened with eBay. It just decided to be nuts just in the last day. So my eBay gross sales, so you can see my eBay sales multiple days this week were down well below 1,000. I was like 800 or something like that. And literally like in the last 2 days, this number has completely changed. So $1,780.16. I still really want to be getting to 2,000, but Etsy, $866.18, which is pretty good. And Grailed, really good. Like I said, Mercari, usually I hardly ever get anything, but I actually did sell one thing on Mercari for over $150. So that was
Mercari. If I had to get rid of one marketplace right now, it would be Mercari.
It's just so easy to cross to it with List Perfectly. Otherwise, I would not waste my time.
Useless. So useless. It's like 2-3 sales a month. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time, but it really barely is any additional work. So I just do it. But yeah, so $740 between Grail and Mercari. So my total gross sales, $3,386.34. I would love to average 3,000 a week for the whole year. That to me would be fantastic. My shipping now, because I'm telling you, I've got like 30 things out of those 46 total outgoing orders, like 30 of them, 30 are ones that I still have to ship out. So I actually padded my shipping. I spent $164.77 on shipping over this last week. I threw an extra $100 in there because I just felt like, obviously I'm going to be spending more than that with all the stuff I'm shipping out. Usually doesn't matter because week to week, I usually sell kind of the same amount of stuff. But anyway, and there's my fees all broken down. And then my cost of goods a little bit high, $585. So my total.
That cost of goods is double mine.
I know.
More than double.
My net total sales $2,151.83. Again, I padded my shipping with $100, but whatever. I'm still over 2,000. So honestly, if I could do 3,000 every week gross and 2,000 every week net, I would be totally happy with those numbers. My gross average sale price, $73.62. I always want to be 70 and above, so that's pretty great. And my net average sale price, $46.78. So I had a really good week. I'm hoping that I've noticed that there's been a lot more activity and stuff, and I'm kind of thinking, like,
yay, stimulus money.
Well, so the House passed it. The House passed it.
I don't know why, but whatever.
The House passed it, and the Senate passed it now. So my theory is that there might be some people who are like being like, "Oh, I can spend some money now because I've got this stimulus check coming soon." I think it just has to be signed in by the president.
Again, that's not an invitation to have a political bash in the chat.
Shut your yap. Whatever. The point is,
we're just saying, the fact is,
as business owners in retail, the reality is when people have more money to spend, we are going to see some of that, hopefully. And so I'm hoping that we're going to see that a lot over the next week and a little bit more. And then as more people are getting their tax refunds and stuff like that. So that is what I'm thinking. Yep. Or who knows? You never know.
Come spend your money. Show me the money.
I believe 1997 called. I don't know
whenever that movie came out. That movie, I think it was before that, actually. It was earlier than
Tom Cruise and his creepy middle tooth have no place in our show. Okay?
Shut up. Shut up.
Anyway, yeah, Tommy says, what other job can you do that makes 2,000 a week? Well, I can think of a few.
There's several, but
I will say the other part of it though is, what job are you doing the same amount of work potentially, and 1 week maybe you make 1,000, the next week maybe you make 3,000, or maybe you make 500. So it's definitely a roller coaster, and it can give you heart palpitations.
Right. Or what, better yet, question would be what job can you do making $2,000 a week in your underwear?
Yeah.
At 3 a.m. in front of your computer, if you really want to. There's probably, there might be another job that you could do that too. I don't know. Never mind. Let's just stop now.
Cheryl says legally. Thank you for the clarification, Cheryl. We appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and look at our sales highlights for the week. We'll start with this fancy pink number you've got here. Do you look at your old pictures where the white background, or the background hasn't been removed? Do you look at it and feel sad now?
I do.
Do you feel humiliated? Do you feel a little bit embarrassed?
I do not feel humiliated or embarrassed, but I do. You
think about what could have been.
I am loving photo room now, and the way the photos look with it. Anyway, so
which real quick, I do want to say, guys, just for a preview of Wednesday's show, we are going to talk more about photo room, but we'll tell you right now, well worth the cost as a new tool to put in your little toolbox.
To bulk at it.
Pay attention. Yes. Pay attention, because you'll see, look at this picture right here, and you can see the background that's kind of, it's got shadows. You can see it. And then just look at, as you see some of our other stuff, because I'm sure you have some stuff that sold that has been pictured more recently.
Yes.
You'll see the difference, and it will tell you it barely takes any time, and it's definitely worth it. So tell us about this amazing hot pink
it's supposed to be wrinkled.
Dana.
It's
supposed to be.
It's a crinkly wrinkle fabric.
I don't know about
it is. It's crinkly wrinkled. I'm telling you. That's
all right. Is this what they call shabby chic?
All right, I'm going to punch you right in the face.
Oh boy. Okay, go ahead.
So anyways, this, I just, the picture is okay. It is what it is. You've heard me say this a million times. Anyway, I don't think I paid much for this jacket. I'm remembering it something like $4 or $5. And I found it in the women's section, and it's a men's jacket, and anything Sergio Tacchini sells very well. It sold. I had it listed for just a couple months, so it sold for I paid $4 or $5. It sold on sale for the price you see there, $62.36 plus buyer paid shipping. And it's a very lightweight windbreaker. It is that crinkly material. It's not. Yes, it does look wrinkled in the photos, but it is the kind that you couldn't unwrinkle if you tried. So,
so you say. Okay, next up. Here we go. This is this Japanese sumo wrestler, kind of Japanese art t-shirt. I'm sure there were keywords that I missed that but I'm not as familiar with this kind of stuff. It looks like I got some decent ones in there. Anyway, I got this from a bulk buy I did from a YouTube auction months ago. And so everything, I paid about an average of $20 a piece. I have definitely more than made my money back on all those things I purchased back then. So this is just gravy, but I paid like $20 and I sold it for the price that you see there, $97.99. I think it's a really cool shirt. I think it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. It's got some nice wear and fade to it. The tag is like, I mean, it doesn't even have anything on the tag, so it's not like it really even matters. But you can see, guys, like I don't know anything about this particular T-shirt.
Where did you get Yokozuna?
I certainly.
Where the heck did you get that word? I wouldn't even know what that is.
I don't remember, but I'm sure I did my research. Anyway, so something like this, like I didn't find the same T-shirt somewhere else. I priced it based on, it was definitely vintage.
I thought the sumo T-shirt was a bulldog too, Kara. Oh my God, I think that's so funny. I looked at it first. Why does she have a bulldog picture?
Ridiculous.
And it's all the wrinkles from the sumo wrestlers.
Ridiculous. Girls, ladies,
I need to get my eyeballs checked, apparently.
You and Kara. Anyway, but this is kind of one of those things that kind of, it's not so much about comping everything and being able to find the exact same thing. It's a little bit more about instinct. Quit doing that. You guys, I have to like keep her under control. No. Anyway, it's just more about instinct and pricing and experience. So $97.99, paid $20 for it. Next for you.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you sold one of these fancy things. Now,
did.
guys, look at the background. Look at it. Vicki's pictures look so good.
Look at the second picture.
Woohoo! Wow.
Right? So this is the first of my lot of T-shirts that I purchased from Leah at Gracie's Bitch. I purchased 10 shirts from her for $20 a piece. They were all these vintage 70s Disney shirts. 9 of the 10
Super
were
weird.
Disney. 9 of the 10 were Disney. This one I took an offer on for $85 because this one is actually, I would say it's almost like an extra small. It's pretty tiny. And this is the one that is has absolutely nothing Disney about it other than the characters in it. Like the rest of them all look like they're all like certain movie themes.
It's like Huey and Dewey. Where's Louie?
This one's Huey and Dewey. I don't even know because they're just, it's like poor renditions of Disney, but it's not knockoff. This is made by a company called Kennington. They are licensed Disney shirts. They're from the 70s. And yeah, it's just, they're kind of weird looking, right?
They're totally weird.
So I took an offer for $85. So this is the first of the 10 shirts to sell for $85. I have $20 into it.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Hey guys, remember this shirt? Where's Jacob? Why isn't Jacob in the chat?
He is.
Oh, is he?
He is.
Oh, I didn't see him. Between him and Sandra and others, there's going to be a lot of inappropriate things said. But this is one of those Big Johnson T-shirts that all the kids used to wear when I was in high school. They get in trouble and have to turn them inside out.
Yeah, they get sent home when I was in school.
Yeah, they were everywhere. And this is like most of the ones that the kids wore when I was young in the 90s. They had like a big print on the back, but also a big print on the front. But this one looks like it's actually for like a real place. I don't know. Anyway, but this really didn't last all that long. I didn't get it that long ago, and I paid maybe $10 for it. And again, it sold for the price you see there, $97.99. But I never find the Big Johnson T-shirts when I go.
Well, apparently they're popular. That's not even a good one.
But I don't even know that they're popular.
It's an okay one, but
because when you go look at the solds, it's not like there's tons of solds. So I don't know. It's like
it's like everybody hung on to them,
or everybody's parents burned them because they were so disgusted in their children's taste in clothing. I don't know because they're pretty risque.
They're totally risque. That's why the kids couldn't wear them.
Of course. Anyway, I guess when I was a kid, I guess it didn't occur to me that maybe 6-year-old boys walking around with T-shirts talking about their big dicks was not appropriate in high school. But $97.99 out of $10, guys. I'm surprised it took so long, but it only took a couple weeks. So there you go.
Kimberly said I was in the other room and had to come back in to see the Big Johnson.
All right. Next one for you.
So this one, I'm not sure. I might have shown this before because this is the second time I've sold this.
All right.
It came back. The first time I sold it for $165. Buyer put up a big stink about it. Said that little thing where I have that red mark right there. Said that little hole was horrible. and they wanted it. They wanted a $50 refund,
Nope.
and I said, "Nope, send it back. You're not getting a penny."
They're from Alaska too. What's up with
and
that?
they were from Alaska,
Allison.
and they sent it back. And I resold it for the price that you see there, $224.96. I guarantee the new customer will not be unhappy. So,
all right.
Yes, co-ed naked shirts. That was the same time as the Johnson thing. What happened to those?
I feel like I've seen like one of those, but
I feel like they were so popular and they just fell into the abyss. People just threw them away, burned them. They didn't donate them, or they hid them and they're still in the back of their
I feel
closets.
like I've seen a co-ed naked one before. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Next up. Okay, so this is actually one of the reasons I have like so many to ship tomorrow is because I've had multi-item sales, and this is going to be one that's for Etsy, but I did a whole bulk sale to somebody in India, and they bought like 9 t-shirts for $375. So not super high price stuff. And because they were going to buy a whole bunch of stuff and they were things that had been around for a while, I gave them pretty deep discount. But so that was one sale. It was 9 t-shirts for $375 going to India. And then I had a 2-item sale on Etsy, and then this is a 4-item sale. And the reason I'm showing you this particular one is just because it's what I love about Etsy is I sell like the stuff that seems kind of basic and it shouldn't be that exciting. These t-shirts, it's 4 t-shirts. I'd say total, I paid like 30. A couple of them I paid $10 a piece for. Like a couple of them I paid $5 a piece for. So I'm $30 in. They were on sale. I'm not going to show you the sold prices just because it's going to take forever to go through all these. But these ones all sold for $43.19. They're priced at $47.99, and then they were 10% off. So these 4 t-shirts, $43.19. So it's basically just like it's the San Jose Mercury News 10K race. I've got this awesome Jostens Yearbook Workshop t-shirt that I got at Torgum the same time we were there with Deb.
So weird.
And I think she found like a yearbook t-shirt too, and she already sold it, I think. So I paid $10 for this one for sure. This gymnastics one, I believe I also got at Torgum. And it's just a 1993 USA Gymnastics Championships. And then this last one, Safe Roads Tour, just a cycling t-shirt, cycle for safer roads. But again, this one I think I paid $5 for, 10, 10, and 5. So again, these are just pretty basic shirts. I mean, I think the Jocelyn one's pretty cool, and I think the gymnastics one's pretty cool. But it's not like these are the t-shirts that are like super crazy, going crazy right now for $100, $200. This is like the solid bread and butter vintage t-shirts. This is the kind of stuff that I do really, really well with. And here's somebody, who spent $172.76 to get these 4 t-shirts in their collection.
Basic t-shirts I think they're cool. Look at. I know these are the kind that you grab all the time. I'm like, I want the bangers. And you're like, I love this weird Jostens yearbook.
I mean, I think the yearbook one's awesome because
I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. And Bryant College is in Rhode Island, just so you know.
Well, this is going
to
Oregon.
So is Jostens. Yeah. Jostens yearbook company. Jostens, the company that makes the rings. They're based in Rhode Island. So just so you know.
But anyway, guys, so don't pass up. I mean, when I buy, I usually think about like the graphics. Like, does it have kind of cool graphics? And I think these ones do.
Where'd they ship to?
Oregon.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I said.
Sorry, I only half listened to you.
Apparently. So anyway, I sold these for about $173, $43.19 each.
I need to talk more about my souls.
$30. What do you mean?
Because yours is like a 10-minute dissertation on each one that you show.
Well, I showed 4 there, so whatever. You can say whatever you want. Nobody's holding you back, woman. Go ahead. Tell us about this fuzzy shit.
It's what you see. It's an aviator pilot microphone, headphone thingamabob. I picked these up at a garage sale. I think I've had these for maybe a year. I picked these up at a garage sale. I paid $15 at a garage sale. I knew that they had value, but I didn't know what they were worth, if that makes sense. I knew they were worth something. They were worth $10 at least. And they also came with a helmet flight bag that you put the helmet in. So I picked them up knowing that they were probably pricey. The flight bag sold like right away. That sold for like $35. And then these sat for a little while. So these just sold for $292.46, the price you see there, plus shipping because they're going to the Netherlands.
What? That's crazy. That's pretty awesome. Good deal. Good deal. Is there anything else you would like to say about these?
No, they're aviator headphones. Somebody's going to ask, did I test them? No, I did not fly a plane and test them to see if they worked. If everything looks good, if there are no, I mean, these were in a bag, they're nice and clean. When everything looks good and it's not rusted or bent or messed up and all the parts are included, I am going to assume that it works.
Yeah. The connections, everything looks right. All right. Next one is this amazing Texas Armadillo t-shirt, guys. I like it in the nature tees. I think they're cool. I got this from Jesse at yesterday's fits. I saw him today and I was telling him about this sale, and he remembered having it in the shop. And so I got it for like $10, and it's just one of these kind of like wraparound nature tees. And
Armadillo.
This is the kind of stuff like I pick up, and it's kind of weird, and you're thinking like, who's going to wear this, you know? And I had it listed for maybe a month. It hasn't been a super long time. It was listed at $69.99, but it was 10% off, and so I sold it for $62.99. So $62.99 plus it went to Canada. So she paid it was like 21 something for shipping. So she paid over
$21.65 when you do eBay.
Okay.
Calculates it at $21.65.
So she paid over $80 for this Armadillo t-shirt. And in her notes, she said, I have been waiting for this t-shirt my entire life. So I feel like I'm making someone's dreams come true. I grabbed this shirt
with an armadillo.
I grabbed the shirt that nobody else wanted. And now I'm making some Canadian girls' dreams come true, eh? So I think it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Hysterical.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Next one for you. Oh, you got some multi-sales.
I got a multi-sale. I wanted to talk about this only because as someone that sells one-off 90% vintage clothing, I very rarely get multiple order sales. Sometimes I will on Posh because obviously you can bundle when somebody likes a bunch of your stuff. But even then, it's super rare for me. This one was a woman contacted me and said, I want to buy this X item. And then she said, and I have a few other items that I want to buy from you. Would you be willing to do a bundle? Obviously, eBay does not set it up so that you can do so easily, if at all. You have to like end an item, and then you've got to create a new listing, and it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah. And then you've got to figure out how to put the photos in it to cover your butt. Anyway, so here we go. I just said to her, I will change it. And I don't have best offer. This is the other thing. I don't have best offer available on my listings on most of them because I want to be able to send out offers, and I don't like fending off cheap offers. So I said, I will edit all of these listings and allow you to make an offer on them. And then I will accept 15% off each item is basically what I said. So she was like, okay, awesome. Perfect. So she offered me 15% off each of the items. And this is why it has these weird totals. And then I just said, hang on so I can send you, one invoice and I will discount your shipping for you. Because I knew I could get this into a flat rate box. They went to the East Coast. If it hadn't been for the robe, I wouldn't have needed a flat rate box, but the robe was thick and heavy. So I put it in a medium flat rate and she's thrilled and loved the prices. And there you go.
Very, very cool. All right.
So I think I have, let me talk about I have I don't know. The robe I paid $4 for, and each of the other items were under $4 a piece. So I have maybe $15 into this.
And what's the total you sold it for people that appreciate you saying?
Oh yeah, because it's small. $162.23, and I charged shipping of $13.
Yeah. All right. Very, very cool. The guy who bought from me from India, he was like, I want to buy a bunch of different things, but I want to know if I can get the shipping adjusted. And so I told him, I said, send me a list of all the listings that you're interested in, and I'll tell you how much I'm willing to accept for each of those. And so he sent me the list of 9 things. I told him how much, and I told him how much I would charge him for shipping. I would adjust the shipping with the invoice at the end. So he made his offers, but because he was a newer account, after 8 offers, he wasn't able to make an offer on the 9th piece. and it like cut him off. I'm like, are you kidding me? So then I told him, listen, I will just adjust the shipping up from that, because originally I quoted him $50 shipping. I said, I'll make it $85 shipping, and you'll get that nice t-shirt as like a bonus free shirt. So that's basically how we kind of went around that. So it worked out. All right. Next up, I have this Def Leppard t-shirt. This was a
good one. This was one of your best ones.
This is actually from the original, the OG
Barry.
The OG purchase from Barry, when it was like the biggest single purchase I'd ever done at that time. It's been a couple of years now, actually. And I bought $1,000 worth of rock tees, and I was like, oh my God. And anyway, this is one of the ones I still have from that, but I've made so much money off of that original bundle. And so this one's just been kind of sitting around and waiting. But anyway, it's a tour t-shirt. I'll actually show you what this one sold for. So this one was 10% off. So I actually sold it for
from Armadillo to Armageddon, but good job, Jacob. Good reference. Reference.
So this was sold for 10% off. So I actually sold it for $314.99. My original buy-in, I don't remember how many t-shirts. Yes, this is from the Dead Flatbird collection. I don't remember how many pieces I bought in that original collection. What they were priced at individually. It was $1,000, so it was either 30 or 40. But I'm going to say I paid $40 for it. That's like no more than $40, and sold it for $315. So a pretty good deal.
Oh, look at Barry popping in the chat.
Yeah, hey Barry.
It's like he heard his name. It was like the bat signal went up.
I know. I was saying, Barry, this is from that very, very first purchase I did from you.
He knows, or he wouldn't have commented.
I know. So sometimes it takes a while, because I mean, it's literally been like, I feel like it's been like 2 years. It's been a long time.
I don't know if it's been 2 years, but
it's been real close.
The Dead Flatbird was pre-pandemic.
Well over a year, maybe a year and a half. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
That's what we talk about. We talk about the long haul. It's a long haul selling vintage sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. And the thing is, I made that money back obviously sooner than this, but then it's like kind of a bonus when all of a sudden a couple of years later you suddenly make.
You're like, ooh, hey.
You're like, hey, all right. But that's what I love my Etsy for. All right, next up. Ooh, look at that. Look at those colors pop with that background.
Right?
There,
See, that was another reason why I wanted to show that one. So this is one that I picked up while we were in Palm Springs, listed it, didn't even get a chance to show you guys this skirt because it's super cute. Mm-hmm. Listed it and sold it for full price immediately on Poshmark. It was listed this week, sold within an hour.
For how much?
$60. I paid $3.99 for it. It's super cute. It's a 1960s. It looks like Lily Pulitzer. So those of us that know Lily Pulitzer, it looks like a Lily Pulitzer fabric. This is from the Vested Gentress is the brand. It's a vintage line. I've actually sold a couple of things by that brand. The Vested Gentress. I don't know if they use Lily Pulitzer fabrics. They may have, but all of their fabrics look like Lily Pulitzer stuff. It's just the cutest skirt.
That owl looks real mad.
I think it's adorable.
Yeah. Real grumpy owl, moody owl. All right, next up is that going to close? Next up is this Metallica t-shirt. This Metallica Guns N' Roses, and then my favorite part is on the back. It actually has Faith No More, because of those three bands. I think Faith No More wins hands down. ET finger up. Faith No More is a better band than either of those two, in my opinion.
Yeah, hang on to that opinion.
No, it's correct. You can't do wrong with Mike Patton. Anyway, so this t-shirt, I got this from Yesterday's Fits not that long ago. It's maybe been a month at the most. I don't remember exactly what I paid for. I paid anywhere from 50 to 75. I'm leaning more towards 50, but we can say 75. That's okay. So I paid up a little bit for it, but I mean, come on, I knew it was going to sell because it's an awesome shirt, and it has a pretty decent track record on like eBay for going for anywhere from 150 plus. So I think I actually ended up getting a great price for it. Somebody made an offer for $232, and I was like, well, yes, I will take your $232. Thank you very much. And now that we are in managed payments, it's really nice when I get a big sale on Grail, because with Grail, the second you put your tracking number in, it releases that money from PayPal, because apparently you can use PayPal as a payment processor and do immediate pay. Who knew it was possible? Apparently eBay doesn't know that. Anyway, So I was excited about this particular sale.
Enough with the shade.
Whatever, man. Anyway, this is just a really cool vintage tee. Again, Faith No More, better band than Metallica or Guns N' Roses combined. Just saying.
Oh my God, our combined.
Just saying.
Jesus. Yeah.
Just saying. Sorry.
Freaking sacrilege.
It's true.
Faith No More is a great band, but there are very few bands that are better than early Guns N' Roses and early Metallica.
Nope.
Sorry.
I disagree.
Sorry.
I disagree. Faith
You
No
can
More.
stand alone on that one.
Nope.
All right, next.
Anyway, just saying, guys.
Next.
Just saying. Real quick. You put a 1 for Metallica, 2 for Guns N' Roses,
You
or
are
3.
not gonna win.
Shut your mouth. Or 3 for Faith No More. There might be one person out there. 1 for Metallica, 2 for Guns N' Roses, or 3 for Faith No More. Put it in the chat. I want to see if there's anyone out there who knows.
As far as better bands, I'm going to have to say I prefer Guns N' Roses because I like them more personally. But as far as prolific, better, more talented bands, early Metallica is better than Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
Osmond knows what's up and also agrees that the Faith No More is the superior band. And I'm just saying, guys, no, better Metallica. Better Metallica.
See, I'm with Dana. Early Metallica is better than all of those.
No,
but I prefer Guns just because that's my jam.
No way, man. No way, man. All right, next up for you, what you got here? Ooh, you got an Erkley shirt going. Okay.
It's Erkley, University of California, Erkley. Anyway, so this was a sweatshirt, also picked up in Palm Springs, paid $2.99. No tags, but if you go and look down on the lower portion, oh, she may not have photographed it.
You can see it here.
You can see, if you could blow that up, you can see that has the little head,
It's got
the eagle head.
The eagle head.
So this is a 1980s Russell Athletic Heather Gray sweatshirt. You can tell because they turned it to just the little red dash on the R after the mid 90s or so.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I picked it up. It's also heavy. It's not like a reverse weave or anything like that, but it's in great shape. Had a little bit of yellowing on one sleeve. And it's still sold within 1 day of listing.
You want to see what it sold for? I'm going to show it. Let's see what it sold for.
Sold on Etsy for $69.95.
See that, guys? It had a big old stain on it, and it still sold for $70.
$2.99. I bought this at a Goodwill in Palm Springs, and like I said, it was listed for 2 days, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I just got it listed this week. I guess that's all I have. You have one more.
Mm-hmm. I do. I mean, I didn't realize how many people watch our show that don't know how to properly appreciate good music, but just saying.
Yeah, sure. Just alienate the whole 105 people that watch us on the reg.
Faith No More is Mike Patton. It's one of Mike Patton's. I mean, he's got I don't even know how many bands he has. He's got a lot of them. I just appreciate his magical musical talent. Okay, so next up is my one Mercari sale, which was nicely a big one. White Zombie t-shirt. This one I also got from yesterday's fits not too long ago. I don't even think it's been a month. This one I believe I paid like $60 for. So again, I pay up for stuff if I know, especially when I know it's going to be a good Instagram post. And this is one of those t-shirts that's a perfect Instagram t-shirt. It's got a great, nice, giant graphic on the front of it. This is from 1995. And on the back, it's got the white zombie. And somebody made me an offer for $169. And, I had it up for higher, but I think I've sent out offers on eBay for like $150, as low as $150 for this one. So somebody offered $169 and I said, yes, as much as I despise the selling process on Mercari, because now I got to ship this out tomorrow. And then I got to wait,
a month to get paid for
2,
it, practically.
3, 4, 5 days, a week and a half, who knows, however long it takes the USPS to get it there. I gotta wait for it to get delivered. Then I gotta wait 1, 2, 3, whatever days for them to actually review it. If they don't review it, then it's at least 3 days. And so basically 500 million years later, maybe I'll have an opportunity to take the money
Welcome to Poshmark.
Yeah, it's annoying.
And Facebook Marketplace.
It's annoying.
That's why you don't sell a lot on there, either one of those. Anyway, so yes, I think, what did I see there in the chat? Oh, Barry says, take your loss, sister.
My loss?
Have you met her, Barry?
Would I take my loss?
She's never wrong. She has no concept of the.
You're talking about the band stuff. Oh, I'm not upset about the win or the loss of it, because I just know that the people who answered wrong did just that. They answered wrong, so it's okay. It's totally cool.
Welcome to a little snippet into my life.
Oh, whatever. If there's anyone who's more stubborn than me, it's this one over here. So come on. Anyway, the 1990s called. How dare you? How dare you? So let's do a little bit of a haul. What do you think?
I am wearing a tie-dye shirt today, Kara, but it's just a plain tie-dye shirt.
She would never be caught dead in a mountain shirt.
No, I don't wear.
She would never.
I don't wear t-shirts that look like
she
that.
Would never.
Nope.
She would never.
Sorry. It's just a tie-dye shirt in general.
So, what did you do any shopping this week at all besides today?
Yeah, I did some shopping with the ladies this week. We had our friends here in town.
Oh, that's right. You did pick up some stuff. I forgot. Mm-hmm. So did you bring any stuff, the cool stuff up that I found for you? Because I'm kind of an amazing
I did
scouter.
not, because that stuff actually went already. So,
but you can at least tell them about how I found some cool stuff.
Bite your tongue, Dana. You are my friend first.
Most of the things that it's true though, Dana. Most of the things that she complains about me, it's either the same or worse, and that's probably why it drives her crazy, because she's so stubborn, and it's real difficult when you have two stubborn people together.
She's lucky I haven't murdered her yet.
Likewise. All right, go ahead.
So this is some of the stuff that I found in Palm Springs and Palm Desert, because I had sent it off to my lister to get it done right away. So I didn't have a lot to show last week, remember? So one of the things I wanted to show is, because it's, people always talk about bread and butter and stuff like that. This is one of those, not quite bread and butter, because I don't ever pick up J. Crew. I pick up J. Crew when it is something different.
That's pretty cool. I like it.
This is a J. Crew, just a women's blazer. It's called the Campbell Blazer. The name is right on it. This particular one, I paid like $8 for it, and it's selling for like $85. There's two that have sold for $85. So I'm pretty happy with selling a J. Crew. I just think it's kind of funky with the pineapples on it. Mm-hmm. I'll list it. There aren't any other ones listed, and we're just getting into the right season to wear a white linen blazer, or not even in that season yet. So I'll probably list it for like $129, knowing that I'm going to sell it for like the $80 or $90 range.
All right.
So let's see. So that was from Palm Springs. This was from that same shop. I did pay up a little bit for this as well. I paid, I think, $15 for this. Now, I would not pay that in the wild necessarily, but again, this is a vintage 1980s made in Hawaii Hilo Hattie. It's the old Hilo Hattie's tag. And it actually might be early 90s based on the style. But it's just a super fun, almost as much as a bright Jams World.
I was going to say, it's kind of like a
type
Jams
of print.
World. It's a little bit
It's
brighter.
A long maxi skirt, but it has that little, it's rayon, and it has that little tie that goes in the back, which was super popular style in the early 90s. Those long rayon dresses with the tie in the back. I paid $15 for it. I think I'll probably get, again, around the same type of price, like $80 to $90 for it. It's just a really nice,
Okay.
a really nice one. Tracy says, do you guys schedule a pickup on the USPS website? We do not, honey.
Only because we're really lucky and we have a really awesome mail lady. And
it's because when I first moved here, I called my local post office and went in person and spoke with the postmaster, and I have a standing 6-day-a-week pickup here. We have a standing 6-day-a-week pickup.
But the reality is, when our lady takes a day off, 50-50 chance it gets picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So, so generally you do have to schedule pickups, or you're supposed to, unless you.
But you can schedule them, I think, a year out or something. So the number of packages you have listed does not have to be accurate. You can add to it. Let's see. This is also Palm Springs. This is a long apron dress. So again, we've talked about the whole prairie core, cottage core. That's a big thing right now. I don't know why. It just is. It's like fashion changes, right? Changes, comes back around. This is a super 70s handkerchief fabric, but it's a really long apron. It ties, it's like a full length apron, so it would go over a dress. So it ties in the back, and then it's like an apron on top of an apron. It's so weird because it's got that little apron in the front that's attached to it. But it's not a dress. It just would go over a dress.
Interesting.
I think it was
full
like
coverage.
I think it was like $3.99. I'll probably list this in like the $60 to $70 range.
Yeah.
This one I actually picked up today, and I paid $5.50. This is a vintage. So this is made in Korea. I'm going to say it's that probably, this one's probably in the 90s based on the style. It's Armani Exchange, not Armani Exchange, which is the lower version.
It's like the mall brand
version. It was still expensive.
Still Armani, but
it was still expensive.
They probably had like a mall store for it.
Yeah, it was still probably a $200 sweater at the time. But this is the 90s, big, like the roll, small V-neck, big ribbed. Yeah. So anyway, this one I paid $5.50 for. Again, it's probably a $75 sweater. Somebody needs to salute that apron. Yeah, seriously. America. Let's see, what else did I pick up today? I'll go 2 more things that I picked up today, and then you can go and do a few. All I have is clothes today, guys. Sorry, I didn't pick up any hard goods this week.
Sorry, guys. It's been harder and harder to find good hard goods.
I'm having a tough time, finding good hard goods. I need to get back out into the estate sale and garage sale season. So this, I really wish this was not a kid's shirt. If this was not a kid's shirt, it would be worth so much more. I paid $2.50. It's a size large, but it's a youth size large. It's vintage rain spooner Melikalikimaka, which is when
Melikalikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day.
Anyway, it's a Christmas reverse print pullover Hawaiian shirt. These are all limited editions. They do these at Christmas time. They have Santa Claus on them. If this were an adult shirt, I would get about $150 for it. Because it's a kid's shirt, I think I'll be lucky to get $40 to $50, but I'll still list it. It was $2.50 is what I paid for it.
Nice.
And then the last thing I picked up today, just as more of a brand recognition in case someone else is not aware of the brand. I knew they were well made and I had heard of the brand, but I don't think I've ever picked it up before. But I paid $8 for these jeans. This is the brand, Veronica Beard. And these are just these really cool,
kind of
heavy stretch camo jeans with these really cut off at the ankle with the snaps on the side. And they're like,
you can wear some boots.
They're raw edge. So these I paid $8. I'm going to price these at about $85. They're small, size 24. So like basically a size 4, but I thought they were pretty cool.
Very cool.
Camo jeans. So yeah, so I picked those up today.
Very nice.
All right. Your turn.
Your turn. All right. I think some of you guys are going to like this shirt. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I might keep it for myself. It does not have a tag in it anymore. The tag was taken out. So this is just an awesome Creepshow t-shirt. Now, Creepshow, the movie, it's an anthology movie. I think, was it George Romero directed it? It's got...
it's not washed.
No, it's not. Creepshow, The Crate, that's one of the stories. If you remember Creepshow, The Crate is the story that stars the lovely Adrienne Barbeau of the Fog fame. And so it's not even the movie. It's like one of the stories in the movie. But this one, it's not dated. It doesn't have the tag. I will say that based on the construction, it is double stitch. It certainly could be early 2000s. It's not like a new shirt at all by any means, but I may just keep it for myself because, I mean, come on, this is exactly the kind of shirt I'm going to wear, and it's pretty cool.
It's exactly the kind of shirt that you do wear every day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're trying to say right now. Anyway, so I'll probably hang on to it for a while unless I look it up and find that this exact shirt sells for $1 bazillion. I will definitely be putting it up as an Instagram post because why not? But it is an awesome shirt. It is my size. I love it. It's got a great fade to it.
Dana says, yeah, you have to wear that one for a while.
Yeah.
So Tracy did have a question asking if we use the discount for multi-item orders. That might work for someone like Katy. who does sell the majority of her items in 1 or 2 categories, and you could do multi-item discounts. She does not use it. I know she doesn't use that feature. I, on the other hand, do not sell multiples very frequently. I feel like for used clothing items, it's not something that works quite as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely geared more toward people that sell repeatables or new items or multi-quantity new items. I know that Jamie, who might still be in the chat, Jamie sells stamps, like Stamp It Up stamps, that type of stamps, like for crafting and things like that. I know that she uses that feature quite well because that fits her model of the things that she sells for crafters very, very well. Because my price points are all over the place, it probably wouldn't work as well for me. So I've never tried to use it.
I have tried to use it before, and I have maybe one time I got another sale out of it. To be honest, I get people who contact me all the time and say, "Hey, I'm interested in buying multiple shirts. Can I get a better discount?" And that's just an easier way to do it. I've never really gotten any kind of substantial sales because of that. But anyway, Creeps Show shirt, super, super cool. I love it. 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 So hang on to that one for a while, unless, of course, again, I find out that it's worth $1 bazillion.
I think you all need to stop talking about having estate sales that we can come and buy your stuff, because you're our friends and we don't want you to die so we can get your hoard. All right? Stop it. Stop that.
But if you do die, I'll take your stuff. Anyway, so it's a good thing I sold off my Big Johnson t-shirt because I was due a good inappropriate t-shirt. These are all dirty. They need to be bleached and washed.
So keep them out of my face.
Yeah, but this one is a vintage 1992, and you can see on the front it says hot and fresh. Actually, this smells like it's been washed. It just hasn't been bleached. So it's all right. Hot and fresh is what it says on the front, but the back says Spermie's Deli, open 24 hours. I don't know what the heck that is. I'm gonna look it up.
That is awful.
But I mean, I know I want to get myself a really good bagel and lox at the Spermie's Deli.
Oh, you're talking about our stuff. Oh, well, that's totally fine. My daughter will have the estate sale before I'm in the ground. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're planning when we die.
Okay.
But Dana already said good luck because she has the key to the house.
That's true.
So she's gonna come clear the shit out.
It's true.
So
she does have a key, guys. I don't know.
Anyway,
you might be SOL. My daughter doesn't know what I have here.
I don't know what the heck this is, but it is the Spermie's Deli.
Elba says, "What kind of deli? What the hell kind of deli is that?"
It's got a phone number, so
it's
I guess
gross.
I'll find out. Single
Gross.
stitch. I paid like I don't know exactly what I paid for all of these because basically Jesse has like a couple of guys coming tomorrow. They're going to buy a bunch of stuff and he needs to clear out room because it's unbelievable how much inventory. If you are here in Vegas, you need to go shop at Yesterday's Fits. Tell them that you're looking to clear out some of their old inventory because I'm telling you, he's got insane amount of stuff. So he was selling me the stuff for like half of what it normally is, the $5, $10, $20 racks that he has. He was giving me like half off of all those and having me go through stuff in the back. So I paid anywhere from $3 to $15 for the vast majority of it. But yeah, so that's a ridiculous shirt right there.
Nope.
Next up, I love these iron-on tees.
I love that one. I saw that one briefly.
This one is especially cool. So this is one is interesting because the iron-on itself has a copyright date of 1979. It's these Roach iron-ons. There's a whole. If you ever look up like Roach iron-on eBay, you'll see a whole bunch of different kinds of cool shirts. But this one says, "I don't take defeat lightly." It's just a really cool design.
It's like those perfectly made, super soft vintage 70s, 80s t-shirts.
I was going to say, so the thing itself says 78, but then it actually has the Screen Stars tag on it. And as I've told you guys before, when you see the A that's shaped like that, it's got the little swoop on it. That's early 80s. So this is early 80s t-shirt with a 70s iron-on.
It feels like an early 80s t-shirt,
but it's really, really cool. And I paid like maybe
super soft. You can almost see through it, but that's the way it was made. It's like it's almost like it's heathered black, but it's not. It's like I can see light through this right now.
But I paid $5 or $10 for this. I don't know exactly because basically I just go and I pull things off the racks, and then Jesse acts like my manservant and comes and takes stuff.
Kimberly said, "I looked up Spermie's Deli and an article came up about a woman suing a deli owner after drinking sperm from bottled water."
Anyway, So I'm not always paying attention to exactly how much I'm paying on each shirt just because.
Yeah, Susie Biatch says it's like the t-shirt store in the mall. That was my favorite place. Yep. Every Friday night, me and my girlfriends would go to the mall. Again, it's the 80s. We'd go to the mall, we'd go to the arcade, and we would spend our babysitting money at the t-shirt store getting iron-on shirts made all the time.
Well, I was just talking about this today with Jesse and the guys at the shop because I didn't bring it up here, but I bought a Bart Simpson t-shirt. And I remember in 5th grade, it was probably like 1990 or 1989 or something like that. I think you already had a 10-year-old child.
My daughter was born in 93, you ass.
Anyway, it was either the beginning of 5th grade or 6th grade, and we went school shopping, and we went to the t-shirt shop, and you have all the designs up on the wall, and you pick the design you want, and then you pick the color of t-shirt, and then they do the iron on. They put it on there right there for you. And I got a Bart Simpson one. He had his skateboard and said, "Eat my shorts." And then I also got a Ren and Stimpy that had the horse on it that said, "No, sir, I don't like it." And I remember going to my first day of school wearing that shirt and thinking the horse one and thinking I am the coolest thing ever. It was like a teal. I picked a teal t-shirt with the horse on it. "No, sir, I don't think so." And I'm like, I'm amazing. And everybody here is going to say, wow, she got really cool over the summer.
You remember thinking that?
Yeah. Anyway.
Not she grew real tall this summer, but she got super cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at her shirt.
Yeah. All right. So this is a hoodie. It needs some serious sweater shaving. It's got it's pilling all over the whole thing, but
super pilly,
super magical. I paid $15 for this one. And this is a Axo Sport t-shirt or sweatshirt hoodie. Axo being like the supercross, motocross.
I'm laughing in the chat.
I'm aware. I didn't think anything I said was particularly funny. So.
I'm laughing at Sandra paying premium for sperm and Tommy offering it up for free. We've got a connection here.
Okay, cool. Anyway, paid $15 for this, and but I'll try to sell it for like $70. It's a good red. It's gonna take a little work. There's something, I don't know about you guys, but when I have like a really pilly sweatshirt, I love it because it's kind of like one of those. It's like having like one of those those mini sand gardens for your desk where you get to rake it to like calm
you find
yourself.
It very zen.
It's very soothing because you go it goes from being super pilly to like it's this rebirth as a magical new sweatshirt.
I see.
I love it.
Decline of Western civilization. Are you kidding me? I've seen it like 800 times at least.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're an 80s fan, every 80s rocker has seen Decline of Western Civilization Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. All right.
Even Katy has seen it.
Next up. I mean, of course I was going to have to buy this. I even demanded to know. I said to Jesse, "What was that doing in that box? That should have been held to the side for me." And he said, "Well, you were the first one to go through it. So just chill out." So
Chris Holmes drinking vodka in the pool. That's right, Jacob Michael.
Mm-hmm. California ski team member, Le Club de Ski. It says international ski competition. But like seriously, guys, this is like an awesome sweatshirt. I love it. It needs to be bleached, but it is magical. I paid $15 for this. I'm telling you, I'm loving how much inventory they're getting through that shop because I'm getting so much amazing stuff for super cheap. I mean, if I go to Torgum, sweatshirts are at least $15 a piece anyway, right? So getting this for 15 is quite the sweet deal.
I think Tommy has created a new side hustle.
Okay,
Tommy, I don't think you realized that it was in high demand.
Yeah. Okay.
All you have to do is undercut the price they're paying now.
Yep, indeed. All right, let me show this last one, and then you can show yours, and then I have a little bit left after that.
Okay.
This one definitely needs some treatment. It needs to be bleached. You can see it's got some spots like right there, and I think some spots on the sleeve as well. But this is a really cool Peanuts sweatshirt. You got the whole Peanuts gang there.
It's
it says
cool.
Snoopy U. And of
I
course,
wonder if Sherry Gall's watching. Sherry loves Peanuts.
and you gotta love the Peanuts copyright info because it's always like 500.
Always 1969 or 1971.
Well, but no, this one says 1950, 1951, 1952, 1954, 1958, 1960, 1965, 1986. I mean, it's a bit excessive, guys. Like, we get it. It's Peanuts. Anyway. Super cool sweatshirt. I paid $15 for this one as well. This one I'll probably put up for, if I can get the stains out, probably $100. You settle down.
It's in my face.
It's been washed. Anyway, that will probably sell for 100. So why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so this I picked up. This is like just an oversized, it's like a flame stitch sweater. It's made to look vintage. It's not vintage. I picked this up at a boutique in Palm Springs.
A boutique.
I paid $14 for this. And this is the thing about it. It's a hard type of thing to describe. Okay, so the brand is called Nude. So because that is the brand, it makes oh, Jesus. If you are going to create a company, please do not create a company named after a common word. If you're trying to make your brand stand out. Anyway, it makes it very difficult to sell. This is a very high-end, expensive brand of clothing, but you would never know that because it gets buried in search results. It is nearly impossible to list it. So I paid $14 for it. It probably was a $400 sweater, and I think I can probably get $75 for it or so.
It's very fancy.
But the problem is in trying to get someone to find the freaking thing. And because it's hard to search for brands unless they're in the drop down on Posh, that's not going to help either. So I just want you to know, yes, I paid up for it because I knew the brand and I knew it was worth it. I knew it was expensive, but it's difficult to list, which means it'll be difficult to find, which means it'll be difficult to sell.
Jacob, are you referring to that Snoopy snow cone machine? Because it's right there.
Allison sent right that,
there. Allison sent it to us. Indeed, we haven't used it, but I have it right there on display.
Yeah, Ecru is like that too. You're right, Tara. Tara Lori. Yes, Ecru is not as high end of a brand, but it probably would sell for more if it wasn't so difficult to find because it is nice quality. If it wasn't so difficult to find because it is a freaking color, not a brand. Listen, marketing people.
Although nobody says that because it's a dumb word for a color.
Wake up. Okay, so this is where I wanted to talk about. It doesn't always matter what the brand is. So this, I paid $5 for this dress. Okay, so first of all, we're going to look at the brand, right? The brand is Katy Lee. We all know, or some of us may know, this is a Walmart brand, right? Katy Lee Gifford. That is a Walmart brand of clothing. But what this is this is a vintage 90s rayon dress. This is the type of dress that has the ties in the back, like I was talking about. Sometimes they have a crisscross tie. It ties up almost like a corset in the back, and it's a long skirt. It's a maxi dress, and it has a couple of extra panels so that it flares out a little bit around the legs. This is the type of dress that every chick that wanted to be like Courtney Love wore in the 90s. So you'd wear this dress, you'd wear it with combat boots and a leather jacket and some torn fishnets. That's how I would accessorize it personally. And that's also the way people will still see Doc's with that dress all day. Yes, Dana, you feel me. So this is the type of dress that it doesn't matter that it's a Katy Lee Gifford brand because it's virtually a Kmart worthless brand. It's not a brand to pick up, but you want to pick up this style of dress because this style of 90s dress has made a comeback in the last year or two and will continue to. And it's good. You're going to head into spring and into next year. And this type of fashion is really hot, and that it's a nice feminine floral is even more helpful because the feminine floral dresses, again, that also ties in with that whole cottagecore. So this is almost like cottagecore goes punk, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I had a whole closet of those too, Ginger. That was pretty much what I wore in the 90s. And that's the type of dress that, again, for $5, you're going to want to pick it up. Doesn't matter what the brand is. It's going to sell. So you have to try to hanging this on a hanger and on the wall isn't going to do anything for it. Putting it on a mannequin is going to make it look better. And if you're somebody that stylizes or fashion stages your clothing, stage this with a pair of combat boots and that type of thing. So that's the type of stuff that you want to fashion accessorize if you can. This is the type of stuff that sells really hot on, even though I don't even sell on the platform, this is the type of stuff that sells on Depop. This is the type of style that works. So yeah, I would put grunge in the title. I wouldn't put punk probably, but I would put grunge. That's for sure. Let's see. I just have a few more to talk about. This Katie wanted me to show last week or when we were in Palm Springs and I didn't. So this is, I swear this is a jacket. This is a men's jacket. And it has this great geometric pattern on it, and it has short sleeves. It's
it
a
doesn't
blazer
make
jacket.
sense until you put it on.
Yeah, you have to put it on. So basically what it looks like is it looks like something Ducky wore in 16 Candles. Was he 16 Candles?
No.
No, what
Pretty
was he
in
in?
Pink.
Pretty in Pink. Ducky in Pretty in Pink with this silver skinny tie, or Less Than Zero.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. This is what the style is.
Check it out, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Tara Lori, granny chic, granny dresses. You're absolutely right. Thank you, granny dress. That's the other word I would use. So it's like an 80s
I think it's
jacket.
pretty awesome.
So I paid $4 for that in Palm Springs. I have it listed right now for $129, maybe even higher. I might have it at $159.
It's pretty cool.
The brand is not super relevant, but no, it's not like it has a regular collar that opens.
It's like it's like a blazer. It just has short. It's just short.
Short sleeve blazer.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So, Katy, you didn't stand up to model it like we did in the last show, but it's all right.
I know, but I'm wearing like pajamas, so it kind of takes away from the
Whatever.
fantasy of my Robert Downey Jr.
Well, thanks for the
cosplay.
segue. Speaking of pajamas, I'm going to tell you how I screwed up again. Here's how Vikki admits to her fuck ups, right?
Here's where hubris will get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will get you a defect because you canceled an order. So
Again.
Bridget DeSimone, I believe, is the one that brought this to my attention. So I had picked up these, I had found these pair of pajamas, these Nickinora pajamas that I had picked up in Palm Springs, and apparently they are the holy grail of Nickinora pajamas. I was not aware of that. I always pick up Nickinora pajamas, and the bigger the better. And then there are certain patterns I know that are more rare than others because I've found maybe one piece here or there. And you also know if you buy them all the time, you find the same patterns over and over again. So I knew that I was going to list these pretty high, and I knew that I was going to get about $75 to $85 for this set of pajamas.
Or so you thought, because of the hubris.
So I did list them. I didn't research them because it's pajamas. They're Nickinora. It's something I sell all the time. One of my bread and butter brands. But apparently, these are the Nickinora Holy Grail pajamas. I paid $4. They sold within 2 hours for $80 plus shipping.
And then she went on Instagram and she was like,
look,
and
don't
she was like,
forget
hey
the
guys,
pajamas.
just look at what you can sell pajamas for. Like $80. I'm so cool. I know how to sell things. I've been doing it for like 20 years.
Yes, because I said it just like
she said
that.
like that. And she said, why don't you commenters go out and do the same thing? And then
so then Bridget DeSimone went, oh shit, you could have gotten $300 to $400 for these pajamas, because this particular pattern is the Holy Grail. And these are Jen, I know you're watching this. These are Kurt Cobain popular Nirvana jammies from the 90s that he wore in several photos. And they're often talked about in chat rooms and things like that. And by fans of Kurt Cobain and fans of Nirvana. So.
Yeah, we an hour and 11 minutes before your first F-bomb. So there you go.
So yes, so I canceled my eBay sale for $85 and put these back up for $385.
Start looking stuff up. Listen, even the stuff that I know what I'm going to price it at.
Okay,
just look for
can I finish talking? First of all, had I looked these up, I would not have found them because they didn't come up unless you put in Nirvana and Kurt Cobain, and nobody is going to do that in relation to a pair of pajamas unless they know that. So these particular ones, they would not have come up. There is one pair listed that is a size medium that is in like Bangkok that are listed for $1,100. There are several solds, and the highest solds are somewhere in the $300 range. That's in the last 90 days. I have to go back and look on Terapeak and see if there are any further, but I listed them for $350. Anyone that's paying more than $350 for a pair of pajamas is just nuts, but whatever. Anyway, so these are a size extra large. They are men's. I have sold the pants alone before, and I've sold the pants very quickly. Individually, they're not worth quite as much as the whole set. And in fact, the top is worth more than the bottom, which is very rare when you talk about pajamas. So even if you find just the tops on these, list them because people buy them and they'll wear
all the pictures are
him top up and you'll wear. Yeah. So my reason for the cancellation is it's no longer available for sale. I'll take the hit. I take the
Yes, took the hit. You can cancel sales on eBay. It's just you do it too much, you'll have a problem. But you have to decide.
I told my buyer these were listed too low in error, and I am not going to sell them for that price.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm not. So if she sends me a neg, she sends me a neg. She messaged me back a couple of times. I don't think I'll get a negative about it. It is what it is. She was not buying them for that reason. She was not. She didn't happen to be a collector apparently, because she didn't mention it at all. But it is what it is. I'm going to take the hit. I would have taken the neg over $300. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is your business. You have the right to cancel a sale at any time for any reason. Don't ever let anybody think differently or tell you differently.
Yeah.
There are repercussions for canceling sales. Absolutely. You will get a defect on your account. Too many defects can restrict your account or put you into a below standard category. So you need to be aware of that type of thing.
So don't be doing it all
the time.
And
a buyer can give you a negative for that, and they will not remove the negative because that is a justified negative. Mm-hmm. So if you take those things into account, so you put something in auction, it sells for 99 cents, it's worth $1,000. You absolutely do not need to suck it up and ship it for 99 cents. That is a fallacy that you see often repeated in groups where people you have to take that hit. You made the commitment. You made the mistake. No, you fucking don't. I'm sorry. This is business.
All right.
You do not. So I need people. No, it's something I read all the time and it drives me crazy. If you miscalculate shipping and you're off by $5 or $10, should you take the hit? Yes, absolutely. You can't go to the customer and ask them for more money. You need to understand how to run your business and be careful about it. That's all.
You don't want that stuff to be a habit because those do create negative experiences for buyers, which may or may not turn them away from platforms. But again, you do have the ability to do what you want with your business. So
yeah. Well, thanks for popping in.
Anyway. Continue.
And I agree with you. Nickinora pajamas, before they were sold at Target, were much better quality. They were sold at boutiques and they were sold mail order catalog too. So I agree with you. They were better quality. So the 90s era Nickinora pajamas were better made, especially the flannel ones. And these are 90 era. They're not flannel, but they were 90 era. So that's absolutely true about Nickinora. Nickinora quality went down, although the patterns are still popular. Let's see. I'll just show a couple more things. Also picked up in Palm Springs at a boutique. I did pay about $15 for this. This is a vintage Diane von Furstenberg blouse.
Ooh.
And it has, it's like a safari looking thing, right? It's got zebras and like the Serengeti looking background with like the lion on it. And it has those strange 80s cap sleeves where you've got like this big boxy looking blouse.
I like it.
And it has these buttons on the shoulders. So I'll probably list this for about 75 or so. I think I paid 10.
I like it.
And what else? I'll just do one more. And I also found a Pendleton, or did you find this one for me?
I don't remember.
Katy might have found this one for me.
Oh, yeah, I did find that for you.
Or maybe Sandra? I don't even know.
No, I found it for you. It's got like a hole or two.
So this is a vintage. This is a 70s Pendleton, the outdoors man. Mm-hmm. It's a field shirt. It's not a board shirt, but it is a nice thick, what they'd call a shirt jack, because it's got the insulated top of the shirt around the neck.
It's a nice color.
And it's a thick one. It's a nice colorway. It does have a couple of little moth holes. You can tell this has already gone to my lister because it's tape marked up like she does for photos. Couple tiny moth holes, but honestly, it's in really good shape, and those moth holes on these type of shirts, unless they're like dime size, don't really affect the saleability or wearability. So I think I paid $4 or $5 for this, and I have it listed for $80 right now. Mm-hmm. Allison, Big Thrift, just showed one yesterday or the day before that she sold vintage Pendleton field shirt.
Nice.
She showed it on Instagram. I pay attention, Allison. I saw.
Little tip when you are at a thrift store, because sometimes the lighting isn't great. If you have a wool shirt like that, unbutton it, unsnap it, whatever. So you just have the single layer and hold it up to the light or to the window. And you'll be able to see much more quickly if there's a hole, because a lot of times you think that it's fine. And then you get home and then you realize it's got a bunch of holes in it. Mm-hmm. But if you hold it up to the light, you can see the little pinholes and then decide if you still want to buy it. All right. You done?
I am done.
All right, so
thank you for coming to my TED Talk on cancellation of orders.
No. So I got this. This was actually on like a few months ago. This was on the wall at yesterday's fits, and I had wanted to ask about it, and then I forgot to. And next time I went in, it was gone. And then today I was going through stuff, and I found it because apparently Jesse had sold it, and then the buyer didn't like that it's got a little bit of discoloration on the front of it. And then his mom, because Jesse has his mom do his laundry sometimes.
Mom.
No, she had offered to wash a bunch of stuff, so she had washed this. But I went ahead and bought it. This is the thing I paid the most for. I paid $75 for it. It is a World Wrestling Federation.
Ooh.
Basically, it's a Fanimation jacket. It's like a Fanimation jacket. But that's chalk line. It's not a chalk line jacket. But look at that. It's got the Hulk on it. Hulk Hogan on the back there. This is an awesome jacket.
Sweet.
But like I said,
does that say Hulk High on the back? What does it say on the back?
It says Hulk Hogan.
Oh, is that even discolored?
That's his name.
The yellow?
Huh?
That doesn't even look like it's.
No.
It's the color of the inside of the jacket, right?
It's this right here.
Yeah, it's the.
Yeah, there's not. It's nothing inside is yellow. It's discolored. It's yellowed.
But it's
from
something
age.
to do with the foam backing or the backing that's inside because
it's yellowed from age. So it goes all the way down and on the pocket. So it's just something that needs to be disclosed. I paid $75 for it. I should be able to sell it for at least double that. But I mean, come on, guys. It's awesome. It's
Snap
cool.
into a Slim Jim. That's not Hulk Hogan. That's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh. One heck of a thrifter. $2 super chat.
Did you get your I sent you some mail. Did you get your mail, girl? I sent you mail.
Yeah, she sent you mail. Anyway, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. We appreciate it. We'll put that with our Dutch Brothers coffee money. Anyway, I'm pretty stoked about this jacket.
That's an awesome
jacket. You know
jacket.
me, I don't really get jackets. I actually picked up 3 jackets today. We'll see if I actually list the other
this
2.
ends up, this will not end up being given to me.
No, this will not end up being given to you. All right, and I grabbed this T-shirt. I haven't looked it up or anything, but I paid $15 for this. This is Not Scary Farm.
Ooh,
their 20th annual Halloween haunt from 1992. It's awesome. It's got a scary bat on it. So this is their Halloween thing that they do every year. This is from 1992. It's on. Again, this is how you learn your tags, guys. So that's an early 90s. I've seen this tag on some late 80s stuff as well, but this is early 90s Screen Stars tag. So it's single stitch, 50-50 material. I have no idea how much I'll list this for. I don't know. This one I'll definitely look at comps because I'm sure there's other, maybe not this year in particular, but other years of Not Scary Farm.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
But I paid $15 for it, so.
I would like to go to that this year, by the way, assuming that the world is open again and we have lives.
The Not Scary Farm?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. Cool shirt. Love it.
Because we're going to go to Halloween Horror Nights because they can't cancel it again this year.
Of course.
I would like to do both. I would like to do both.
All right. This one, now this is one of the ones that Jesse's mommy washed. I guess her and his dad were going to be home this week. And so they offered to wash all the stuff in the shop.
I can smell it. It smells like laundry detergent.
Yeah, so it is clean. It is stained though, because all they did was just straight wash everything. So anything that had extra issues didn't get taken care of. But so this one does have some stains on it. I need to bleach the crap out of it because
it's a good bleach.
It's a good bleacher.
Heather gray. Yeah, it's
not heather gray. It's actually white. That's an all over print.
Oh Jesus, it looks gray.
No,
I want to see what this looks like after. You need to take photos of this.
It's hard to
before
see.
and after. It's super
dirty.
Hard to you can't see on the camera. It's super dirty and pilly. It's grayish.
It's pilly. It's stained, but it is a white sweatshirt. It's an all over print, and it's got the print on the back as well. So this is just a really, really cool sweatshirt. I paid $25 for this one, but I'm going to clean this up and then I'm going to sell it. Probably list this one for at least $100. So
yeah, MGM's Wizard of Oz theme park. I've never seen it, but Katy and I have found a bunch of clothing relating to it over.
And this is probably the second most expensive thing that I bought. Even though it's small, even though it's very yellow, it needs to be bleached like nobody's business. I paid $70 for this. This is 1986 Luther Vandross.
Oh, that man, the voice like velvet.
Now this one, it's super yellow, so it needs to be just bleached to Kingdom Come. But this one I will sell for no less than $200. So I paid $70 for it.
Get it a little close. Don't put it in my face.
So we'll move back a little bit so I can get in here without touching you. So Luther Vandross, 1986 t-shirt.
Look, it's a young, skinny Luther Vandross.
Single stitch, of course. The tag. It's got the Screen Stars tag. I paid $70 for it. I will sell it for a minimum of $200. But this is
God, did he have the voice?
Great t-shirt,
man.
And that is my last one. But I seriously bought. You can't see it, but I have a huge stack here. I filled up 2 IKEA bags, and when I go buy, Jesse is so great to buy from because what I do is I come in with my IKEA bags. And as I'm shopping, he comes periodically and grabs the stuff so he tracks like how much it's going to be. He'll come and tell me like, oh, you're at this much money right now. You're at this much money. And then when I'm done, everything is folded neatly and he's already filled up the bags. And so I had 2 IKEA bags that were full. And one of the 2 was like overflow, like it was stacked above. So I got a lot of good stuff.
And what did you spend today?
I spent $800 today. I got some good deals. Anyway, that's it.
That's all we got,
guys. That's all we got.
$325. Hey. Tara Lori asks, do you add the bleach to your wash cycle or do you soak it in the tub?
I put it in the wash cycle, but our particular washer has a pre-soak button on it. So what I do is I put the stuff. I don't do too big of loads because I want it to really get like a good. I mean, who knows? It's made up in my mind of what's going to work best.
Right.
But I won't do too big of a load. I put it in the deep water setting. And I do the pre-soak, and I also do the double rinse just because it's got lots of bleach. And so what I'll do is I'll turn it on with I do 2 pods from the detergent, throw those in there, turn it on, and I wait for it to do the water. And as soon as I hear the water stop, I open it back up again and I dump in a bunch of bleach, shut it, and then that way it does the agitate.
She uses like a third of a bottle of gallon.
Not quite, a quarter
bleach.
maybe. But it agitates and then it goes into the pre-soak, so it soaks for maybe like 5 minutes or so, and that it's in the bleach. So that's kind of like my personal method. So it does get a good soaking, and it seems to work.
No,
really well.
Not color safe bleach. Straight on Clorox white bleach.
No, I'm not bleaching color clothing. It's prints. The print. So the color does not need to be protected on the print. When it's color safe, we're talking about dyed fabric. This isn't dyed. This is printed. And so no amount of bleach is going to make that fade. It might, if I did too much bleach and made it soak too long, it might fall apart, but it's not going to fade the color at all. It's only going to affect the material itself. Now, if I put a red or a black t-shirt in there and poured bleach on it that wasn't color safe, then yeah, it would completely bleach that fabric. But heather gray and white, with any kind of print on it, you can bleach the crap out of it.
That's for sure.
And even some lighter colors too.
And then I see Will asked, hi Will, by the way, asked, did I hear 800? Yeah, Katy spent 800 today in all of her purchases. That was what you heard. Not 800 for that one thing.
No. For
800 for
a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. 50 items or more.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how many items I got. Probably even more than 50. Anyway, that's about it, guys. That's all we got. And then, as far as the bleach stuff goes, sometimes there'll be a couple spots that will still persist, and I might use a bleach pen on those. Sometimes they'll do the bleach pen before it even goes in to give it a little extra pizzazz, but it just depends. There's always
a lot of bleach.
There are definitely spots that sometimes do not come out. I'm not 100% successful.
There are 1 to 2 days a week that our entire house smells like we just had a cleaning crew in here. So the dust may be half an inch thick in the living room, but it smells clean. It smells clean.
Why ain't you dusting? All right.
We live in the desert. I do dust. It's just there half an hour after.
Sure. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Is there anything else you would like to say before I wrap up the show so that you don't interrupt me just as I'm about to end the broadcast?
I just want to say I have had a very excellent week. I don't know about anybody else, but I've had a good week.
It's been pretty good.
It's been a great freaking week.
It's been a pretty good week, guys. Pretty good week. And if you're wondering why, look at the links down below and you will understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, we really appreciate you guys. We love hanging out with you. Don't forget, we will be doing a Wednesday show where we'll talk a little bit about the seller update, which personally I think is one of the best ones we've had in a long time. Some really good news in there. And then we will also be talking about, what's it called again? Photo Room. Which is something where we've both been using and we have spent money on, and we think it's well worth it to elevate your photographs and your listings and your business. So that's about it.
Yeah, we definitely photo room. And you guys have heard me talk about photos a bunch. It was only because they recently released bulk editing to Android that I even considered it. So I'm psyched about it. We're going to show you how easy it is to use. And this is not something that we have any kickback or anything on. We are just going to show you because we are consumers that use it and pay for the service. We're going to show you how to use it because I think it's really good and really easy. And I am not techie. And you guys hear me all the time talk about, I don't give a shit. My photos are as good as they're going to get and they're fine. They're good enough. And it makes a big difference. So we're going to do it at 9 o'clock on Wednesday, 9 o'clock Pacific time. Yes, Tommy.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got to go. We're done.
All right.
We're done. We're done.
We're done.
We're done. We're done.
I guess we're done.
Okay. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.